Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Libra, I'm going to do your spring reading for you. Before I start, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your patience during this time. I've had COVID, but I am now recovered, but I've just been taking it a little bit slow and giving myself the time to do so. But again, I just thank you so much for your patience and waiting for a reading from me. It's been a little bit of time since you've had a reading. So thank you, my darlings. I'm going to be using my witch's, my witch's wisdom tarot, but I'm just pulled out the sort of the major arcanas from this deck, and then I'm going to use my spirit song tarot if I need to clarify any cards for you. And what we're going to be doing is looking at, this is coming into spring, you know, how you're feeling about yourself. What it is that you're looking for, you're wishing to manifest at this time, spirit's advice for you, and then the likely outcome if you are looking to take on spirit's advice. If this reading resonates with you, it simply means that it's a message for you at exactly the right time that you need to hear it. It's a message of remembrance for you. You already know the answers within. And so this message from spirit is just triggering that rather than learning remembrance within you. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means, my darling, it wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by spirit. So let's start with your reading, my darlings, and let's see how you feel about yourself at this time. Thank you, Spirit, for Libra. For those that most need to hear this message, thank you, Spirit. That wanted to fly out for you. So a beautiful start for you. You've got the Pilgrim card. So this is talking about life's simplicities at this time. I think you're feeling this need within you to let go of a lot of things that you felt have held you back before. There's also this, I'm feeling what used to worry you, what used to cause you stress, you now are moving away from it. It's like you've just got tired of it. You've moved away, you've walked away from things, but it's with a lightness. It's with a lightness and a lighter step. You're not carrying so much baggage. I just want to show you here. You're not carrying so much baggage with you. You have all that you need. The Fox talks about that there are always solutions at hand for you. The universe will always give you a solution to what we may perceive as a problem. But a problem is only a problem when things haven't worked out the way that we wish for them to work out. And you are now, you have this fox at your heels. So you are very much being guided by the universe. You're trusting in that guidance at this time. You're walking away here from mountains. So mountain talks about the growth, the change within you, the spiritual change within you, the evolution within you, the shifts and changes that you've made in your life. And I really feel with this that you are, freeing yourself from a lot of constraints in the past that have weighed heavily on your mind. You've freed yourself from that. And you are facing your future. Just keep my glasses. Sorry, you're facing your future with a different perspective now. And that is beautiful because you're facing your future with a hope and a trust that if you allow yourself to go at a pace that's right for you, this is the walking pace, small steps, not the big steps. Sometimes we get so focused on the big steps that we trip up. But if you focus just on what is right in front of you, and how do I say this? It's like if you focus on what's right in front of you and you take those small steps, then what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to go within the natural cycle of things. It's when we see nature grow, it does it. It just, there it is. It just appears. So this is where you are right now. And I think this is really beautiful for you as well. So this is almost like the full card in the traditional tarot. So, and again, with the 0 here, this is a quest. This is a soul's quest for you. And you are, again, I come back to, you are embracing the unknown. You are facing the unknown. You are embracing change that's happening for you in your life. And that is a beautiful thing, because when we know too much, when we feel like we know the situation, we know what's happening, actually what we're doing is we're stopping what is coming in for us, because the unknown is full of limitless possibilities. And if we allow it to remain the unknown, but we keep taking those small steps forward, then we allow the laws of the universe, we allow what is meant to unfold for us to come in for us. So that is fantastic. Right, so let's move ahead and see what is it you're looking, what are these next small steps in your journey at this time? And we've got the Sun card here, which wanted to come out for you. So this is what you're wishing to manifest. This is very much, I am seeing here, do you see here holding out this leaf? And this is abundance here. This is inner healing that's happening. There is a tulip here which talks about spring. That is a tulip, isn't it? There's a tulip that talks about spring. There's a foxglove there I'm being guided to. I don't know the meaning of the foxglove, but if this reading is resonating, do look up the foxglove. You have here the eagle above. So the eagle talks about rising up and away from negativity, looking to looking to see the best in people, describe it, admire it, looking to see all sides of people and understand all sides of people as well, because everybody is on their own journey, my darling. Everybody is on their own path. Everybody is dealing with their own feeling behind the feeling behind the feeling. Everybody is dealing with their inner feelings. Everybody gets triggered. Everybody reacts to things. And it's about, and this is where you are, this is about what you're reaching for as well. You're reaching for deep inner happiness. You're reaching for that connection within yourself, and that is so beautiful. And you're coming home to yourself. So you are making yourself the sort of center focus. What makes you happy? What makes you tick? Learning to say no sometimes to people is a gift, because it's a gift to them as well, not just for you too, because it allows them then to step into that own place of empowerment, to maybe do things for themselves that otherwise they've been relying on you to do as well. So this is about you knowing your own self-worth, your own self-love, and knowing yourself, truly knowing yourself is the best way sometimes of dealing with other people. Knowing both your light, knowing both your dark allows you to also look at the light and the dark in others, because we can't have one without the other. Everything has a contrast to it. And actually, as I can see from these cards, you've known the darkness, you've walked through the darkness, you're still walking through the darkness to a certain extent, because here you have nighttime, but you are doing it in a way, you're doing it, I'm being told you're doing it with a little spring in your step. And because you've got the light and the dark here with the darkness, and then you've got the sun here as well, it's a really lovely card. You've got this, just turn these cards over and see the pictures. You've got this inner healing, this joy that's going to follow for you, and you're going through a transformation at the moment. So this is what you most wanting right now, is to continue to learn, to continue to remember from the lessons, from the experiences that you've been given. And remember, every experience that we go through is a gift if we choose to receive it as such. It is when we choose to say the story that this happened to us that we get trapped in that space. But when we choose to see that this is an opportunity for us to make a shift, to make a change, to grow, to let go of things that are not right for us, then we are choosing a new path. We're choosing to evolve. We're choosing to move away. And this is what I feel is what you desire at the moment, is about accepting and forgiving all sides of yourself and loving all sides of yourself, everything that you've gone through, every experience you've gone through, the gratitude to yourself for what it is that you have done, what it is that you are growing from, shifting, changing, where your strength comes from, admiring all of that within yourself, and also having compassion and understanding for others, that others sometimes choose a path that is a very difficult path for them as well, because their soul has forgotten, their soul is deeply buried underneath a place that can be very controlled by the ego, by the pain body. And it's understanding that maybe their soul's gift to us, to you, is to allow you that journey, to prompt you, to nudge you to make that journey because of the experiences that you have gone through. So that is kind of where you are wishing to be at this time. Now I'm going to look at Spirit's advice for you. There we go. Council of all beings. This is 21. This can be the World card as well. So this is saying Spirit is always there in many, many forms. Spirit talks to us. God talks to us all the time. In the stillness, when we allow ourselves to sit in the stillness through our intuition, through those higher thoughts, those clearest words, sometimes through messages from others, through watching things on TV, seeing things on social media, whatever resonates with you, Spirit has guided you to see those messages, and it comes in many, many different forms. The whale is a beautiful image in this card because the whale travels for miles and miles and miles every year. And so it's saying that on this journey that you are on, you are being guided, you are being protected. The whale also talks about energy, because it's about, the whale communicates through a beautiful sonar system, and it's in the water, and the water represents emotions, it represents energy as well. And so the whale's calling goes a very long way. It can hear and receive as well. So it's a reminder for you that we are energy. We are all energy. And when we allow ourselves to sit in a space where we're not fighting the feelings that we're having, but we're accepting that we're having those feelings in that present moment. The acceptance of our feelings is the best way of, I'm going to use the word control, but control and releasing them. Because when we fight, if we saw our feelings, the natural coming and goings of our feelings as just as natural as life cycles, as nature cycles, and we let go of this demand, this permanence for happiness the whole time, because we can never be happy the whole time. It doesn't work like that. There are natural ebbs and flows to everything. There are natural contrasts to everything. And actually, those contrasts have come into our lives to be sometimes our greatest teacher, to give us the opportunities for growth, to give us the opportunities to maybe finally walk away from things that haven't just been great for us, but we've just been settling or been staying in that because we've been too fearful to go. And you've made this shift, you've made this change within yourself. So there are emerging signs for you that you are on your life, you're on this right path. The guides are around you in all forms as well. And don't forget the power of, the most powerful energy at all, most powerful energy of all is this energy of creation, of desiring, of expansion, of excitement, of wanting to do something, of expression. Your creative expression is your individual representation of your soul's physical journey. Every time you're in a space of being creative, that energy is your soul representing itself each time, but that energy is so much more powerful than any negative energy that may have tied you to things in the past. And when you focus your attention on that energy and you focus on the unknown, you focus on the story that you wish to tell yourself, not on the story that could have negative connotations, but on the story you wish to happen. When you give your attention and focus to that, and you choose to remain in the stillness, to remain in the quiet, to listen a lot, then that's when that beautiful the laws of the universe come in for you. And there are no oars on this boat. Let me just pick it up for you. There are no oars on this boat. And so it's talking about just letting go and going with the flow. There's a wonderful thing, and I talk about letting go and going with the flow quite a lot. So the universe has given me a new way of describing this, the woo way. So I rather like the woo way. I like little expressions like that. And the woo way is a Chinese expression for not forcing anything, okay? Not forcing anything, to surrender to the undertone of whatever this wave is. If you force a log, you have a tendency to break it. But if you jiggle the log, it will tend to open. So it's about, how do I say this? It's about just not forcing it. If you don't know enough, don't do anything about it, okay? So just allow yourself to go with the parameters of what is happening at the moment. Go with the undertone, the undercurrent of what is happening at the moment. If you find yourself trying to make things happen, if you're trying to have your way with making something happen, then you're not allowing your soul's will, you're not allowing God's will to happen, and you're kind of getting in the way of it. So remember the wu-wei thing, okay? This is really beautiful. Now we're going to look at, if you were to choose to accept this advice from Spirit, you know, what is the likely outcome for you, my darlings? Thank you, Spirit. Just continue, my darling, to act. It's like acting in accordance with the way that things exist at the moment. Small steps, small steps, small steps. Lovely. You've got the star card has appeared here, but this is a very interesting star card. There's a little like the parrot there. Is that a parrot? So the parrot talks about less talking, more listening. So choosing to sit in silence, choosing to sit within your feeling space. Okay, and this is almost the high priestess symbolism here, choosing to accept your feelings, choosing to accept that there are no wrong feelings, there are no right feelings. By choosing to accept that there are no wrong feelings, if you feel angry at the moment, if you feel frustrated, all of those feelings are right for you right now. There can be wrong actions based on those feelings, but there are no wrong feelings. And acceptance of that is kind of like the moral equivalent of accepting that everything is exactly as it should be. Because it is, everything is acceptance of the present moment, that everything, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Your soul knows why you are where you are right now, and there is a reason for it. So sitting within those feelings. Now, the other beautiful thing is, I want you to think about, when we have fear and anxiety about feeling certain things happening, because we fear how we're going to feel. Think about the fact that what you're actually feeling, what's affecting you is what you're feeling, not necessarily what you're thinking, it's what you're feeling. So what do those feelings feel like? And they can feel uncomfortable, but they're the worst you're going to feel, because actually, if you remove the context, if you remove what's going on up here and just sit within those feelings, you are allowing yourself to honor those, you're allowing yourselves to sit in them, you're allowing yourselves to receive the insight, and then you're allowing yourself the space to let go. So there is a reason, a destiny, and this star card talks about by sitting and observing yourself, by sitting and observing the situation, by taking these small steps and being very aware of what you're being guided and where you're being guided to go, you are allowing yourself to receive. You are opening yourself up to the unknown and to all of the blessings and opportunity that can come in for that. If you haven't had Reiki, Spirit is advising that maybe some Reiki could help you at this time, just to unblock some energy that may be stuck within you as well. But there is little waterfalls here, and the waterfalls talk about the abundance that's coming towards you. And the dragonfly that lives by the water talks about infinite ancient wisdom, but you have to sit still sometimes and sit in that space, however uncomfortable it may appear for you. It's a very beautiful space for you to be in. So, my darlings, and on the bottom of the deck, I just want to show this. This is the Wisdom Keeper. So this is a temporary situation for you at the time, whatever this is happening for you. The dog here talks about acceptance and loving the present moment, being grateful for whatever this is, however comfortable it is, even if you have to do it with gritted teeth sometimes to the universe. But the Wisdom Keeper talks about you are your own guru. And if you were but just to allow yourself and trust in whatever that your instinct, your soul is trying to tell you, look at your journey. What have you, as I said earlier in the reading, what have you discovered? What have you learned about yourself? What have you let go of? Be ready to receive that wisdom. Be ready to receive that acknowledgement of self. Be ready to receive whatever it is that the universe is bringing in for you, because you have submitted to a higher power almost. You've submitted to the universe's will. You've submitted to God's will, that makes it your will. You are now willing whatever it is that you're wishing to manifest into your life. Spend as much time as you can in nature. I think that is really important. That's a message I'm certainly getting from this card here as well. And I just want to, and if you are interested in tarot, you're interested in whatever areas of healing that you are looking to do, Spirit is saying to do that. And you've got here the 8 of crystals. You're making, the journey has been what you might perceive as slow, but actually is determined. It's strong. This is the bison. This is the long journey, like the whale as well. You are very strong. You're very stable. You're very dedicated. The 8 of Pentacles is about leaving, walking away energetically from things that have taught you some of your biggest lessons. Spirit is saying, keep going, be adaptable, and be dedicated to this, because it's bringing in, and again, on the bottom of this deck, you've got this walking away from something that has burnt down, it has disappeared, but out of fire comes new growth. And it is feeling sometimes like a bit of an uphill struggle for you, but this is the end of illusions that you've held about yourself and about others, and you've broken free from this. And this is a choice that you have made that will change everything for you. It's a beautiful, beautiful card for you. So I am going to finish on that, my darlings. I hope that has helped those that this reading has resonated with, and I will read again for you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care, my darlings. So much love. Bye-bye.